Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talking Real Estate with Champions Real Estate Team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Service Ambassador Real Estate Company. My name's Mark Wehner, the second team leader of Champions Real Estate Team. Joining me is my co-host, I guess, basically now every week with Camden, and also joining us is Russ Williams with Williams Mortgage. So we jump on here and give you a rundown of what's going on in the real estate market over the last 7 days. Oh, hello. You want to make calls? You call Grandma? Yeah. So a quick tip we usually start out with. Quick tip today is kind of, you hear some people talk about buyer letters, buyers writing letters to the seller saying, "Oh, I love your house," all that kind of fun stuff, why they want the house, try to, gain that advantage. The other thing is what I do now, what I've been doing for years is having the sellers write a seller to the buyers. So as you'll see in our data that we have here, we had 600 and some odd houses go live last week. We had 692 houses go live this week. We're seeing inventory coming on that market, which means sellers are going to have to be competitive for those pool of buyers. And so, when I talk about a seller letter, it's kind of writing a letter to the prospective buyer saying, "Hey, Mr. Seller, this is what we love about our house. We love the neighborhood. We love the neighbors. We love the ease of access to the different parks, or, and then talk about updates you've done to the house, areas of the house you love, things that most people, when they walk through that house, they would have no clue, So a lot of buyers, they're just looking at the house. But that's kind of our quick tip. It's talking about seller letters. When I list a house, that's what I talk to in depth with my sellers and my clients of, setting yourself apart from those other listings. We had 692 houses go live in the last 7 days, which is a huge number. Retrospect, last month we had, 372, 350, 339, 329, 320. We had, double the amount of houses go live in 1 week. So just paying attention to those numbers there. So let's look at this. The numbers I talked about here. Oh, as it pulls up here. So we had, like I said, 692 houses went live in the last 7 days. We only had 310, go under contract. So we're gaining more inventory out there, which is good. And we're back to more of a healthier market than necessarily a huge seller's market. And obviously each, buy or price segment is going to be different, and even each neighborhood is going to be different. You have to price your house accordingly. So we had 245 new home or happy homeowners in that regard. So let's jump in and take a look at what the 30,000 foot view here. So let me stop sharing this one and bump up to here. Where to go? There it is. So funny enough, these numbers didn't change really at all, from last week. I think we had 387 or 3,087 homes on the market in Omaha MLS. And then this week we have 398. So it only went up, what, 12, 11 houses there. You're going to go down there and get it. Yeah. So that's kind of what we're seeing. The Douglas Sarpy County, we only went up 1. So we had 1849, and then existing homes, we just changed by a couple at 837. New construction changed by 1. It was 1,011. Months of inventory. So we saw that number jump from last month. Basically like 2.7 ish. Now we're at 4. Well, it's just simple indication of we saw 692 houses come on the market this last week, and only 300 went off the market. So we're seeing more inventory, come on the market. Obviously, that average sold price hasn't changed too much, but it's up 6% from last year. So that's what we're seeing is that appreciation, going up steadily, which is typical in that aspect of it. So, but like I said, the media may tell you that, show you these numbers of going, "Oh, look, there's not that much going on in the market." But when you take a look at the in-depth of what's gone on in the last 7 days, that's what you have to pay attention to. And that's why you got to work with a real estate professional that is on top of the numbers, knows what's going on, is out there on a daily basis of what's happening in the market, so that you have a game plan to, compete against those other buyers and even sellers. Now that you're having 600 houses, we have 1,200 houses come on the market and only 600 houses come off the market in the last week. So you're getting more competition for those buyers. And I'm working with a couple of buyers now that, they don't have to buy right now, but I'm like, hey, let's look out there when there's more houses coming on and there's less houses coming off, less buyer competition for you, that you can really involved in that and get maybe you're going to get a little, closing costs. You're going to get home inspections. You're going to get all those kind of fun things. So, but yeah, so let's jump in here with Russ and see what's going on the mortgage side of it. So how are we doing, Russ?
We're not doing too bad, Mark. Mortgage rates as of yesterday were roughly at 6-month highs, but they're still not too far off of where they were. We have seen a little bit of improvement today in response to some weaker than expected or weaker than forecast inflation data in the form of the core consumer price index. And that could maybe set us in a direction where we could see a little bit of marginal improvement as we move forward. Now, certainly next week, we've got a lot of things happening. We have a new administration coming in. We don't know exactly how that will affect the markets, what they might do, what they might not do. So I really don't expect a lot of movement in rates in the near future here until we have clear direction of what they want and what the political will is going to be. Having said that, though, there is still some subsidy money out there for first-time home buyers. And as Mark mentioned, with inventory up, this is a great time to get out there before the spring market and beat the rush of buyers that invariably will come into the marketplace as we head towards warmer weather, hopefully. So I'd encourage you, if you've not already done so, get in touch with Mark and his team and get your plan together to go look at homes. With inventory up, you might be able to find what you want, and you might be able to get some help from the seller in some situations to assist you in getting a home, whereas 2, 3, 4, or 5 months from now, that may be more difficult to do. So mortgage rates generally, again, fluctuating without discount points, somewhere around the 7% range on 30-year money for conventional loans, a little bit better than that for governments. So get out there. This is a good time to buy a house.
Sorry, I have my cell phone mute. I've got my little kiddo running around here. So he got a new ATV, walker type thing, and it's got a on it. This goodness sakes, man, here across the neighborhood. But anyways, yeah. So like you said, we're seeing that less competition right now. When I'm out there, I'm not, certain times of the year you're going out there and there's 1, 2, 3 showings all at the same time. So you actually have an opportunity to see those houses by yourself, and walk around and all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, so like I said, if we can help you in any way, shape, or form, give us a holler. Let's get a game plan together. Meeting another prospective client today. They're saying, hey, are we able to buy a house? Well, let's get a game plan together. So I love doing that. I got, my other clients I've got right now, the referrals from past clients, saying, hey, I'm going to pass on your name. They're probably going to contact you in a couple weeks, and I reach out to my referral and, my past client. I'm like, hey, let's talk to them now so they can get a game plan together and not, all of a sudden talk to me in March and they want to get their house on the market by the end of March. And then they feel rushed. Let's get together now in January. Let's have the stagers out there. Let's have me walk through the house, and you probably hear the horn in the background if you can or can't. But that way it's a less stressful situation, and we can kind of control what we can control and get things taken care of for you from a selling side and even a buying side, getting things in the line. So it's one of my past hockey players I'm going to be meeting with later tonight. He just recently graduated college, and it's like, can I buy a house now? Okay, well, let's see let's take a look at the big picture, whether that's buying a house in the next 6 months or the next 2 years. But that way, the steps of the process and how to get you to where you need to be, and maybe making some sacrifices today will pay off in the long run, both financially and just the stress aspect of it. So you're able to rock and roll, and get on your timeline on what you want. So, but anyways, yeah, if you have any questions, I got a lot of things going on here at my house, got new siding, and maybe hear that the hammers and stuff behind me here. So, but horns on the ATV, the little walking thing. So it's like, thanks grandma and grandpa for getting the loudest toys we can find out there. So anyways, we appreciate it. But yeah, so everyone take care, and we'll see you next week. Do you have anything else you wanted to throw in there?
Nope. Stay warm. Enjoy the nice weather today, because it's going to get colder this weekend.
Yeah. So go Chiefs, right?
Go Chiefs. Saturday. Don't miss it.
All right. Take care.